Oh dear, it's time to talk about the most disappointing of all the Halloween movies. Halloween 5 sucks, there's no way around it, but it came after, hot on the heels of a really great comeback for the Halloween franchise with Halloween 4, and a really great ending that had fans scratching their heads and wondering what they'd do next. But they fast-tracked the film out to try and get the momentum. And they had a new director, Dominic Gerard, who just seemed like, if you watch the behind the scenes of Halloween 5, it's actually more interesting than the movie. It seems like he was just on some kind of trip throughout the entire making of this movie, and he didn't know what the hell he was doing or what he had signed up for.
And we see the cat and we see the mouse, and the mouse knows about the cat, and the cat is going after the mouse. That's about it, I guess.
Obviously Halloween 4 ends with Jamie getting the evil passed to her and stabbing her stepmother. And I've heard lots of people say, well, we wanted to see Jamie as the killer. Or we can't see Jamie as the killer, it would have been stupid, they had to bring back Michael. I'm kind of in the middle on that. What I wish they could have done with Halloween 5 is basically have Jamie in the sanitarium and Dr. Loomis doing sessions with her. So Dr. Loomis has a chance to save a child, you know, that he didn't with Michael Myers. So that could be quite interesting, quite a psychological film. And of course, Loomis works with Jamie, and I would have her not become the killer, but she's almost going down that path. And then obviously at the end, they team up to face Michael. I think that would have been better than this, what they came up with, which was Jamie isn't remotely the killer. She's now mute, and Michael Myers has this psychic link with her. Where the hell did all this come from? Of course, this movie starts with Michael Myers surviving the ending of Halloween 4, where he gets shot down this shaft and then he crawls out. And then he's going down this stream. And that scene has always been, it sets this movie up for cringe levels, because it looks like your dad on holiday, on the water slide or in the sea, just like a little bit scared but enjoying it. Like, he looks so bizarre in that scene. This is supposed to be the boogeyman, guys. This is supposed to be the intimidating shape from Halloween. Now we're seeing him on a water slide. Ellie Cornell comes back as Rachel, and she gets killed right near the start of the film. There's these really strange moments early on of Rachel just pissing around in the house, running about, and it's just like really no tension being built by Dominic Gerard. He had no idea how to build tension. And for some reason, I never heard people bring this up, but Rachel's like, Jamie is being kept in this, obviously this hospital. She needs a lot of care. And Rachel's just like, I shouldn't have let my parents talk me into going away. What was I thinking? What were you thinking? What were they thinking? Where are the bloody parents? I think what Dominic Gerard wanted to do was raise the stakes by killing off Rachel. But it doesn't raise the stakes, because the scene is so badly done. There's no build-up. It's so lacking in tension, lacking in suspense, lacking in anything. It's just a big groan. So of course they replace Rachel with Tina, played by Wendy Kaplan. Now I'd like to defend Tina.
Tina, clean up room service.
Yes, she's loud and annoying, but she's a good person. She has good intentions in this. At least she's not loud and annoying and obnoxious, like a lot of slasher movie characters. She actually cares about Jamie. Yes, she's this wild teenager, but everyone is in slasher films. A little bit annoying, yes, but I've seen worse. Now, immediately in Halloween 5, you notice that new mask. Look, Halloween 4, I've actually come around on that mask a little bit. I don't think it's that bad. You compare it to Halloween 5 mask, this bizarre, misshapen, unintimidating, not scary monstrosity. I always thought he looks a bit like Nicolas Cage in Moonstruck with this mask. Does anyone else see that? That would be hilarious. Let's have Nicolas Cage as Michael Myers in Halloween 5. That would have upped the entertainment.
Someone's gonna kill me, man!
Dr. Loomis is of course back, played by Donald Pleasance. This time he's got his complete fruitcake who's gone over the edge. I understand that he would go over the edge, but I don't understand why they made him loom over Jamie and try and use force. But I also don't understand why Jamie's so resistant to him. Jamie, this is the guy who saved your life in Halloween 4. This is the only guy who's ever shown any success in dealing with Michael Myers, and you're for some reason backing away from him. I know he's being a bit aggressive, but it's for a reason. It's because it's Michael bloody Myers. Michael Myers spends a lot of the first half of this movie just walking around aimlessly in the background, kicking stones and kicking leaves. What was Michael doing? Just hanging around? Like, this isn't The Shape now. It's just some goon aimlessly walking around. And why is he even stalking Tina and Sammy? He wants Jamie. You've killed Rachel. Now you go for Jamie. Go to the children's hospital where Jamie is and kill every fucker in there and get Jamie. Why are you stalking Tina and stalking these random kids? What are you doing, Mike? Michael has no presence in this at all. At all, man. Like, it's all gone. Obviously, that horrible mask, the way he's walking around aimlessly. There's just no menace anymore. It's just very bizarre. The movie feels cobbled together. The movie feels messy. Has no tension, has no suspense. It doesn't feel like a Halloween movie. It's just a real disappointment coming off the back of such a movie in Halloween 4. Obviously the whole theme of Michael being able to control Jamie comes in, and we get baffling one-liners and baffling bits of script such as this.
There's a reason why he has this power over you. Did you ever wonder what it is?
Yeah, I wondered too, Loomis. And I still don't bloody well know. The man in black obviously turns up. And you know he's a bad guy because he steps on a dog's tail.
You're a jerk. You're a jerk.
This character was rumoured at the time to be Michael Myers' father. I'm proud of you, son, because I'm an arsehole too. You're a chip off the old block. Get ready for Myers and Son. Tina buggers off to the farm with her mates for a party, and Jamie decides to follow her because she believes that she's in danger. So there's multiple times where Sammy's boyfriend dresses as Michael Myers at the farmhouse for some jump scares, for some fake outs. And this is just, you know, at this point we've reached the bottom of the barrel in this series, because that should not be happening with Michael Myers. People should not be imitating him in the movie.
Take me, but spare my friend! She's a virgin.
Got her phone number?
You think that's funny? Hey, no, man. No, hey.
It's not the right series to do it in. It's trivialising Michael, and to just see constantly, like he does it constantly, dressing as Michael for fake out jump scares. It's like you're taking away from the presence of Michael Myers, the seriousness of Michael Myers. It's just like, when now it could be anyone behind that mask, it just takes away any of the menace now, and people aren't taking Michael seriously in the film, so why should I? So they end up going into the barn, farmhouse, and I guess, you know, it's quite creepy because obviously the darkness, and it's a good setting, I guess, the farmhouse, and there is a little bit of tension built, and then they get jump scared by some kittens. Now, I've never owned kittens at a farm, and I always think this talking about Halloween 5, no one ever brings it up. Can you leave kittens alone in a farmhouse overnight? This gigantic farmhouse. Couldn't they get lost? Couldn't they fall down off the top of the straws? Like, could something happen to these kittens? They'd just be left by the farm owners in the farmhouse. What should we do with the kittens? Leave them with their mum? Nah, fuck it. Leave them in the farmhouse alone. They'll be alright. In farmhouse, mate. Little kittens. So this is probably the best kill in the movie because there is some brutality, there is some suspense. I like the way Michael is lit in this moment. It is quite a imposing and adrenaline fueled scene.
You son of a bitch!
Michael then decides to start chasing Tina in the car, going 5 miles an hour, driving like your granny. Don't know what he's doing. Is he trying to torture them? Is he trying to just mess with them? Like, multiple times Michael's following Tina, and then he starts following Jamie in the car, and he's deliberately going 5 miles an hour. That's the film in a nutshell. There's just no tension, no drama or speed to any of it. Tina does then sacrifice herself, and I always feel that scene makes her quite likeable. It gives her character, it moves her over from being somewhat likeable to quite likeable. She sacrifices herself for Jamie completely. Jamie isn't her sister, she's her friend's little sister. You know, she could have just buggered off and not even bothered, but she does. She sacrificed herself for Jamie, so salute you, Tina. Rest in peace. So Loomis now has a plan at the end of the film. He's thought it through. After spending all these films, there's no way to get through to Michael, nothing you can say, he's cold, he's blank, he's got nothing, he's evil incarnate. Loomis decides, you know what, maybe Jamie can get through to Michael. After all I've seen Michael butcher most of the town. I've been telling him, nothing you can do to stop this guy. But you know what? It might be possible. Really, Loomis? Now we can't even rely on you in this series to know what you're on about. You know, lots of people have a go at Halloween 5. They have a go at Tina killing Rachel. I've never heard anyone have a go at this glaring issue that near the end of the film, Loomis has a chip in his head and he decides, I can possibly bring Michael Myers back from his rage. We can't even like Loomis now because he's become really dumb. There is a decent chase in the end part of the film where Jamie is hiding in the chute, the laundry chute, and Michael was stabbing through it, shaking it and this and that. That scene would be really, really good in a better movie because it is quite an exciting, edge of your seat scene. You know, those moments where Michael's stabbing the knife through and Jamie's literally clambering up, standing on the knife, is very, very your heart's in your mouth in that scene. It really, really is exciting and full of suspense. I don't know why he couldn't have harnessed that in the rest of the film. So Jamie decides, fuck it, I'm done. I am done. And she climbs into the coffin that Michael has in the attic. I love how Michael's already set the attic up. So Loomis thought, I'll bring Michael back to his house and I'll get through to him. He's already been here, mate. He's already been here. He's set Jamie's grave up in the attic. So the tagline of the film was Michael Myers Unmasked. Yeah, Michael Myers unmasked in pitch black. He can't see shit, mate. And also, we know what Michael Myers looks like. He looks like this lad. That's what he looks like. There's Michael Myers unmasked. There he is. Normal geezer. Don't need to see him again. And having that tear come down was just so cringe, man. So cringe. This film, while at the same time trying to tell you that Michael is evil, and he's this devil incarnate and all this and that, all the characters and Michael himself are behaving as if that's not true. They're behaving as if you can get through to him in some way. They're behaving as if there's something there. Even Michael is, with a tear. Loomis then goes hacksaw Jim Duggan on Michael Myers' ass with a 2x4 and beats him at the end of the film. And then Myers ends up in a cell with his mask still on. They thought, let him have it. Fuck it, let him have it. And then he gets broken out by what was possibly going to be his dad to go off and begin the series Myers and Son. Obviously it wasn't his dad, it ends up being a cult, it ends up being a whole new because the thing is, Dominic Gerard says, he says, we had no idea, we thought it could be Myers' dad, we thought whatever it was, but we thought they'll work it out in the next movie. And I hate that mindset because he knew he wasn't going to be doing another one. And that always happens in these slasher series. The directors come on, they don't give a shit about the series. They don't give a shit. They just want to show off and put their own vision out there. And they're like, oh, the next filmmaker can work it out. Not caring about the fact you've just fucked the series for the fans. I feel sorry for Halloween 6. And I am actually going to talk about Halloween 6 shortly on this channel because I feel sorry for the movie. It had to be bonkers. It had to be nutty to make any sense of this nonsense. And I think Halloween 6 is a little bit underrated. What do you guys think of Halloween 5? Let me know in the comments below. If there's some fans out there of Halloween 5, let me know because I know that they do exist and I'm not saying you're wrong. I mean, I can sit and watch this film. I don't get much enjoyment, but it's Halloween. You know, there's always little things there. Dr. Loomis, Jamie's really good in this. But it just overall, you know, but if you're a fan of it, let me know in the comments below. Please subscribe if you're a movie geek just like me. There are more Halloween movie discussions on this channel. Click on one on the screen now. I will see you guys next time.